Hi everyone, so I'm back again for our December front and backyard tour. Not a lot has changed, so I hope this video won't be too long, but we'll go ahead and start in the front and we'll work our way to the back. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and looking forward to the new year. So we'll start right here. If you remember in one of the videos that I did, I had bought this Osaka cabbage because it gets pink in the middle, and I hadn't planted it and I didn't know too much what to do with it. So I just popped it in here with some daylilies, and just because I didn't want them to keep staying in the pot. But as you see, something is eating it, but it is starting to grow. So hopefully I can see the pink that emerges in the middle. It is like 65 degrees today, and I think tomorrow through the weekend it's supposed to be raining, so we'll see. And I'll move right here. Now this ornamental cabbage is doing so good. Look how pretty that is. I did have to pop out some of the pansies, not so much in this one, but in this one over here. We had some that were really struggling, but these ornamental cabbages are doing really, really well. This lantana right here, the cold is trying to get to it a bit. We did have a couple of days that were like in the 30s, I think. But like I said, now it's in like 65 degrees today, and I know the poor bugs are being probably tricked because I see a lot of bees that are out. I did try to take some cuttings of this and put it in water. I took about 5, only one is surviving. And with the weather kind of cool, it seems like all of my summer plants are like wanting to really flourish. Like I have so many blooms on here that are waiting, but this pot I definitely have to get rid of. I was thinking that maybe these 2 plants would die out because it is cracked on the side. I think I remember I shared that, but it is cracked. So now we'll go around to the backyard here and we'll take a look at just a few changes that we've made. Okay, so we'll start right here and work our way. This is supposed to be the new home for my new flower bed that I wanted to put some David Austin roses in, who recently I just learned passed away. But I definitely wanted to put some David Austin roses and a few perennials and annuals in here. And since the last one, I haven't moved a block. I haven't did anything, but the leaves just continue to fall. And let me pan around here. We have so many leaves that we have to get up. And we have this little thing that goes on the back of the lawnmower that's supposed to pick up leaves, but we keep losing the, I think my husband said like a screw or bolt to it, but you hook this on to the lawnmower and it's supposed to pick up the leaves. But I don't know, we'll have to get that fixed because we have so many darn leaves, and I don't like seeing like leaves like that. So we started like a little bit raking, but we really need to get this fixed because although it doesn't work like 100%, it's better than standing out here and raking all of these freaking leaves. There are so many, and I just don't like to see them like that. Okay, so we have even more leaves and sticks that we need to pick up, but let's go real quick to the garden. After being on YouTube University, I have done so many things wrong, but that's what it's about. It's about learning. And so I have kind of like a sketch of what I'm going to do, but I'm going to kind of let everything continue to grow until I pull it up. These are our onions here. And we have like the cabbage collards. I did have to pull, and like last week, literally, I got out here and I raked this whole garden up, and every last leaf fell back again. So we'll see about that. I'll have to do it again. But here's the broccoli, and our cabbage is coming along very nice. I did have to pull some of the, I think this was butter crunch lettuce. I'll let you know. I'll let you see, because with the influx of hot and cold, this lettuce here is going to seed. So I ended up pulling most of that. These are like the only 2 left. And our celery is doing good. I was able to use a lot of it in our smoothies. I was hoping I can use some of the collards and the mustard for our New Year's dinner, because I'm from the South, and some things that we do is we eat something green, which is supposed to symbolize money in the new year, and we eat black-eyed peas, which is supposed to symbolize good luck. So I was hoping I can have some out the garden, and I might still be able to leaf a few of the larger leaves, so we'll see. I don't know if it'll make like a good amount for our family. These are more onions that I popped in. So what I do plan on doing is this row right here and this row right here. That's going to be my walking path, because I'm not supposed to be stepping on where I planted these vegetables at. So I'm making this and this, that'll be my walking path, and I will be able to reach from here and over to the side just fine. And then I think I told you on the last video, we're gonna extend out probably till about this, because I know it's every 6 feet and we'll get good sunlight. And the garlic, I knew it was gonna come up because of the different changes in temperatures. Now I will tell you, as my husband was mowing the grass, I would take some of the chopped up leaves and put it on there, but it was so many weeds. It was so many weeds in here that I had to pull out, and I think they're still like popping up, but I have to get out here and weed quite often. But other than that, everything looks really good with the garden. I'm excited for spring because I have some new varieties that I want to plant. And one thing that I want to do also is so near and dear to me, is like give back to like the homeless shelters. And also every year I give to like the Meals on Wheels, because it's so many elderly people that are on a fixed income that, you know, I used to remember my grandmother saying that the prices on food is going up so high, but nobody is increasing the checks. And so now as I'm older and I have a family, I see what she means. Like every time I go to the grocery store, it's like stuff is going up, but the checks aren't going up. So I just want to be able to give back. And it just seems like the more I grow, the more God like produces. He produces so much in abundance. And so I want to be able to share with others, family, friends, and also give back. Okay, so we're gonna leaves and more leaves. We're gonna make our way up on the patio. Like I said, not too many changes, but not only do I want to share this with you, but it's also a journal for me. And look at this one right here. These are so pretty. And the pansies are doing really good. I had to pull out the sweet potato vine. The cold really got to that, and it's getting to this red fountain grass just a little bit. But the ornamental cabbages are still growing. This one is struggling a bit, and I won't pull it because it still is blooming. So this was our pumpkin planter. I had to pull the sweet potato vine in that, and this is the Super Tunia Bordeaux, and it was still trailing and it was struggling, but look at all this new growth here. So what I did was chop most of it off, like the stringy pieces, and I'm just going to see what it's going to do. I'll eventually pull it out of this this pumpkin planter here. But even some of the mums were getting blooms. I need to kind of trim that up a little bit. But right here was where we did the bok choy. I have like 3 more left, but look how they've grown. They're trying to go to seed, and I'm trying to like, you know, just keep leafing them off. And we've just like ate bok choy so much. And that's what I say about the abundance. You know, the more I pull, it's like the more that God provides. And here is the pansies right here. I've kind of pulled them over so that they can get some light, because the bok choy was shading them. But they are producing some really, really, really nice blooms. Strawberry plant still going good. This gardenia here, like I said, with the different changes in temps, it's starting to put on new leaves. And our lettuce planter, the romaine lettuce, did the very same thing. It went to seed, but I was able to use most of that. But here is the red leaf lettuce, and I noticed it was turning more red as it got colder, but it has since warmed back up. But I still come out here and I leaf off of the red leaf lettuce, and look how pretty these blooms are. This is like the majestic mix of pansies that I got from County Farms on my farm tour, but they are so pretty to me. Okay, so up here, this plant, I think I got this from our farm tour also. This is awesome. I really have not done a lot of watering to them. I think just yesterday I may have put some water on there, but it's supposed to rain. But they have done so awesome. I love this plant, and I know that they had like a pink and mauve looking color when I went there. So when I go back again this spring, I'm definitely gonna look for these because they are so pretty. This rosemary, I got this on clearance at Lowe's. You may want to check. It was like the day before Christmas. I wanted to use some of the rose stems in my video where we did the Trisha Yearwood's taste test and put the cranberries on there. And so I went to the store and their herbs looked really sad. So I remember going to Lowe's, and the place that they normally put it, it wasn't there. And I looked over and all of the rosemary was on clearance for $1.75. So I got 2 of those. This plant right here, this was the hibiscus. It's struggling a little bit, but I won't pull it yet. I'll just see what it does. And then here is like a little trio I made of this beautiful plant right here because I remember getting 2. And as you see, they're putting on new growth, and the pansies are doing good. Some of them are getting kind of leggy, but I've been out here really deadheading in them, and they have been coming back so beautiful. Okay, so here's the Christmas cactus. I think I told you the story about that where it was inside, and I know I shocked it, but it's coming back pretty good. It's getting blooms on there. And this is where I had a lavender plant at, and I don't think it's gonna make it. So I'll probably pull that. I think I cut it back too much. I'm not sure, but I'll pull that and put something else there. On Instagram, I showed you an update of the DIY lettuce planter that we did on a video, and I'll make sure I link that. So here is the results, and I really have been leafing off of it quite often at night to make a salad. Now, I will say that it took longer than like 21 days, but it did come through and it pulled through, and it's very full of the different lettuces that were in here. This was the alfresco mix, so it had like it has the red lettuce, green lettuce, arugula, endive, and radicchio in here. So I've been enjoying this, and like I said, it's a great project for kids. This planter right here is really pretty. More pansies that are, I love the color on that. This English ivy, I guess it's doing okay. But this ornamental kale right here is so pretty, and the color is so vibrant. And remember, I told you I bought too many pansies, so what happened was I just started sticking them in everywhere, but I think it came out really nice. Okay, so I had to pull the coleus that I had on here. Here's my other $1.75 rosemary, and I took some of the pansies that were on the pergola and lined them up here. And this, I just pulled all the coleus out, and I'll figure out what to plant come spring. This is the rose that I bought on clearance at $2.99 at my Kroger, and it is still producing rose blooms, and it has like new ones on here. So I just been like watching it. I don't know, some of the leaves looked a little bit scary here, but we'll see what it does. But I thought that was amazing. I was like, gosh, I'm still getting rosebuds in December. Now the red ones don't smell, but they do make white ones. This was like a bicolored one, and it's still getting new growth. They make white ones, but the white ones really smell good, and I'm not sure what type of rose it is. Okay, so I could not bring myself to part with this plant just yet because it is still making blooms on here, and I think it's confusing like the bees a little bit because I saw a couple of bees in here, but I know it's a little stringy and leggy, but I just can't pull it yet because I'm like, I can still have a little bit of color in December. But I just can't believe that. Maybe a little bit later I'll, you know, trim this off and see what it does. But anyway, I couldn't bring myself to pull it, not just yet. And so I think in the last video, I told you that I wanted to make this area right here my cut flower area. So it got down to like 32 and 30 a couple of weeks ago, and it kind of took out most of the vincas. It was still a few that were okay, but I just went ahead and pulled it all and amended my soil, put some compost down, put some fertilizer down, and I put this black landscape fabric down. I know I didn't cover it all, but I put that down because the vincas are self-seeding. And while I would try to come out here at least every 2 to 3 days and pull some of the seed pods off, I know a lot of them probably got in this soil. So I know I'm going to see a lot of vinca. I know I'm going to see a lot of vinca seedlings pop up. So hopefully this black fabric will help it a little bit. But we'll see, because I shared with you the flower mixes that I got from Floret Farm, and I know I want to put at least 1 or 2 in this section if possible, but I have to space it out strategically so that I'm not walking in my flower bed. And here is the other Calibrachoa pot. It's not doing as good as the other one, but it's still producing a little blooms. And like I said, I'll have a little bit of color for December. And right here on our back patio that comes out from our bedroom, I finally pulled the hydrangea. And this area right here gets like morning sun. So I'm looking for a plant, and if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. A plant that can take like part sun and still be pretty. I don't know, I've been looking online, but I'll decide. Okay, so before I end this video, I want to share with you something that I bought from Gardener Supply company. I think I've had it in the box maybe for about 2 weeks now, but this is going to be a major game changer for me this spring and this summer. We do have irrigation for the grass, but I plan on calling one of the drip irrigation specialists to see if they'll be able to tap into our current irrigation and run either soaker hose or drip hose to like my flower bed and my garden, because it gets really hot really quick. I think we kind of overlook spring and just go straight to summer here in coastal Georgia. So let me show you what I got, and I'm hoping this will be a game changer, and I already know where I'm going to put it. Okay, so the wind is starting to pick up, and I know it's going to rain. Now, I do know what's in these boxes. Like I said, I think it's going to be a game changer for me, and I want something in there so pretty that it's going to be over the top. So we are opening these together, and I've heard so much about these, but look at this. These are the Crescent Garden True Drip containers. Oh my gosh. These are self-watering, truly supposed to be self-watering. And now I don't know about us down here in coastal Georgia, but I've known some people, I think I saw like on Garden Answer, where she was able to go like 2, even 3 weeks without watering these, and that's what I'm looking for. And I like the fact that, and I hope you guys can see that it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. It goes about 1/4 down. You put soil in there, so I'll read up on everything. But I just love that. And this is kind of like a braille pattern, but let me show you where I am going to put them. Not now, I'm going to put them in my storage room now, but this spring. Okay, so this is where I plan on putting the True Drip containers. One right here and the other one over here. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Believe me, I guarantee you I can find another spot for these pots. But I also have some more pots in the storage room. I don't use all my pots. I really had a lot a long time ago because we had like a raised deck here in this area. And I think it got out of hand. I gave a lot away, and my husband thinks that I'm just replenishing the pots again, but I'm not. I'm really not. So this is where they will go. And if you guys, let me know in the comments if you know a good combination of plants to put in the new containers, because I think I want to do like maybe 3. I always go by the Thriller, the Filler, and the Spiller. I've been looking online. Proven Winners definitely has some good flower recipes on there that you can do. So I'm just trying to figure out what color and what combination that I want to use. Some of my favorite colors for flowers are pink and purple, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what I ended up getting. They had a sale at Gardener Supply Company, and I'll make sure I link the True Drip containers below, because this is a 26-inch right here, but they had some other ones and they were on clearance. And during this time, you were able to get 20% off, and you were able to get free shipping. And they really came super fast. So maybe they'll have a sale for the new year. I'm just opening up the other ones. There are 2 of the same, but maybe they'll have another sale, and you can take advantage of it, because during the summertime, I'm out here at least for an hour or 2 just watering my flowers and watering my plants. And some of them I can't do like a deep soak like I want to. So hopefully these will be a game changer. I really think they will. And then also I do want to run some maybe drip to my other pot. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I've been going to YouTube University. Not that I know everything, because I have to figure out how I'm going to tap into my hose, because I don't want to see like a whole bunch of hose running and everything. So I'll keep watching the university on that, and we'll see what happens by this spring and summer. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, we would love to have you as a subscriber, and make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time that we upload a video. And again, thanks so much for watching, and until the next video, bye-bye.